Hey friends, today we are going to make some soup and I'm going to tell you some stories. This recipe is very forgiving, which means you can adjust this recipe to your taste. As you reflect on your year, how has your year been? I hope your year was filled with blessings from above. My family was blessed beyond measure this year. In the midst of those blessings, there were some challenges. This year, we have lost some loved ones, and that is never an easy thing to go through. And what do you say to someone who has just lost a loved one? Do you cry with them? Do you tell them funny stories? Should you just be there and sit quietly with them? Everyone's different, but one thing everyone needs at that time is comfort. Speaking of comfort, these verses have been of great comfort to many who have lost loved ones. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And thus we shall always be with the Lord. Therefore comfort one another with these words. 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 16 through 18. Jesus gave us these words to comfort us. Our loved ones who have passed away are sleeping in the ground. And according to these verses, when Jesus returns, those who have loved Jesus and are in the grave will come alive. They're gonna fly up to Jesus. And those who are still alive and love him, they're gonna fly up to Jesus too. Isn't that comforting to know that our loved ones are sleeping in the grave and not floating around in heaven and watching us suffer and mourn? I don't think our loved ones would be happy to see that. Do you remember the story of Lazarus in the book of John? By the time Jesus got there, he was already dead for 4 days. Jesus called him out of the grave. Did he come down from heaven? When Jesus called his name, he walked out of the grave. And what about King David? The Bible calls him a friend of God twice. If people go to heaven when they die, David certainly would. But during Peter's sermon in Acts 2:29, Peter says that David is both dead and buried and in his tomb and is with us to this day. Friends, there are many verses that tell us when we die that we go to the grave and we wait for Jesus' return. So during this holiday season, when we spend time with family and remember the ones we've lost, may we be comforted in knowing that Jesus will return soon. And he has promised if we loved him and obeyed him, we will see our loved ones again. And now, back to the soup. This soup is delicious with noodles or over rice. We had neither of those, so we just enjoyed the tofu soup. This is definitely optional, but it is delicious in this soup. The recipe is in the description. Try it and let me know how you like it. Thank you for watching. I hope you give this recipe a try. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and remember, no matter where you are on your journey, there is always room for you at our table right here on Poly Vegan Kitchen.